What if I told you the most useless quirks in My Hero Academia are actually the most overpowered? Today we're counting down the top 3 quirks that everyone wrote off, but secretly hold insane potential. And we'll explore what would happen if one of these underdogs, instead of Deku, inherited One for All. Coming in at number 3 is Hanta Sero's tape. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, tape. But hear me out. Sero can produce and retract cellophane tape from his elbows. It seems simple, but its versatility is off the charts. He can swing through cities like Spider-Man, create complex traps, restrain powerful villains, and even form protective barriers. During the provisional license exam, he single-handedly saved a bunch of civilians. His mobility and capture ability are elite. It's not flashy, but it's incredibly practical and effective. Sero's quirk is a perfect example of how a simple tool, when used creatively, can be a hero's greatest asset. At number 2, we have Minoru Minetta's pop-off. Okay, put the pitchforks down. I get it, Minetta is a character. But his quirk is genuinely amazing. He can produce super sticky, bouncy balls from his head. The stickiness is so intense that even All Might would struggle to break free. They don't stick to Minetta himself, allowing him to bounce off them for incredible mobility and evasion. Imagine covering a battlefield with these things. No villain could move without getting stuck. He can create barriers, immobilize giants, and set up unavoidable traps. In the final exams, he outsmarted Midnight, a pro hero, using his quirk and intellect. The only thing holding this quirk back is, well, Mineta himself. In the hands of a more serious hero, Pop-Off would be a terrifying force for good. And now, for the number 1 most underrated yet secretly overpowered quirk in My Hero Academia, it's Hitoshi Shinso's brainwashing. This quirk is so powerful, it was initially deemed too villainous for the hero course. All Shinso has to do is get someone to verbally respond to him, and they're under his complete control. He can make them do anything he wants. The sheer psychological and strategic power is immense. He can stop a fight before it even starts, force villains to surrender, or make them reveal critical information without a single punch thrown. Think about it. He could walk into a den of villains, ask a simple question like, "What time is it?" and instantly have an army under his command. His only weakness was his physical ability, but after training with Aizawa, he's becoming a true threat, combining his mind control with the capture weapon. Brainwashing is a game changer, proving that a sharp mind is the ultimate weapon. Now for the big question, what if one of these 3 inherited One for All instead of Deku? Let's start with Sero. If Sero had One for All, the results would be insane. Imagine him launching his tape with the force of a Detroit smash. He could create massive, super strong nets capable of capturing giant villains or even stopping falling buildings. His swinging would be faster than a jet, allowing him to traverse entire cities in seconds. He could use One for All infused tape to create reinforced structures, acting as both a rescue and combat specialist. He'd be a hyper-mobile powerhouse, combining insane speed, strength, and capture ability. He wouldn't just be Spider-Man, he'd be a Spider-Hulk. His potential achievements? He could become the undisputed number 1 rescue hero, saving thousands from disasters with unparalleled efficiency. Next, let's give One for All to Mineta. This one is wild. Imagine pop-off spheres infused with the power of One for All. Each ball he throws would hit with the force of a cannonball, while still being impossibly sticky. He could create a literal minefield of explosive, sticky traps. He could probably create a single, giant pop-off sphere and launch it like a spirit bomb, sticking to and immobilizing a colossal villain before detonating with immense force. His bounces would become supersonic leaps, making him nearly impossible to hit. With One for All's strength, he could overcome his physical limitations and become a frontline fighter. His achievement could be defeating villains that rely on pure power, like Gigantomachia, by completely neutralizing their movement and overwhelming them with sticky, explosive force. He'd be the ultimate control and demolition hero. Finally, what if Shinso got One for All? This is, without a doubt, the most terrifying combination. You have a hero who can brainwash anyone who speaks to him, now backed by the physical power of All Might. The second he gains control, it's over. He could command a villain to stand perfectly still, then walk up and deliver a 100% smash. No fight, no struggle, just instant victory. He'd be the perfect counter to All for One, who loves to monologue. Shinso could simply ask, "What was that?" And the battle is won. Furthermore, he could brainwash a powerful villain and force them to use their own quirk to fight for him. Imagine having a Numu under your control. With One for All, Shinso wouldn't just be a hero. He'd be an unstoppable force of justice, the ultimate psychological and physical weapon. He could dismantle entire criminal organizations from the inside out without anyone ever knowing he was there. His potential is limitless. So what do you think? Which of these useless quirks do you think is the most overpowered? And which One for All combo would you want to see? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.